All right, hello everybody. This is going to be the recap for the week ending October 30th of 2020 for Binary Pro Strategies. These are going to be all the results here, that what I call the naked setups for this week, using and following only the PAP pattern. This is one of 5 different patterns that we follow. This is one of those patterns that I've been tracking now for some time, so we can look at the accuracy of the actual setup of this particular pattern based on no filtration, right? So if you blindly were to follow these trades, these are the type of percentages you would expect for a winning trade. But before we do that, I want to talk about something I think is real important. That is mindset and how it's related to being a successful trader. One of the things you're going to notice about most successful traders, if not all successful traders, is they're very confident. They believe in what they're doing. All right. They go into trading with the mindset that they are going to make money. And it's so funny because I see so many new traders that are very skeptical. I don't think I can make money. I've never seen anybody make money. They come in with this negative aspect, or they start trading, and as soon as they have a couple losses, man, I just got slammed today. I just got hammered today. And you see, if you're going to be thinking like that, you're not going to be able to be a successful trader, because you see, the part of trading is accepting the fact that you're going to have losses. And you've got to change the way you look at losses. Losses are opportunities, okay? It didn't mean that you failed. It just means it didn't work out. There is no perfect method out there. There is no perfect trader out there. There never has been. There never will be, all right? So you have to accept losses. Every time you have a loss, if you get frustrated, I can promise you'll never be a successful trader, because you're not going to be able to stick with whatever method you're trading, because you're not going to believe in the process. You're not going to believe that you can make money. All you're going to believe is that you're going to lose money, and that's exactly what you're going to get. So it's mindset. If you believe you're going to make money, you're going to make money. If you don't believe you're going to make money, you're not going to make money. But that's not to say that you can go and believe you're going to make money and not have the right tools. Obviously, you need to have the right tools that not only will put the percentages in your favor, but at the same time, it's also going to have stood the test of time, right? You're going to want to find something that has stood the test of time, and not only just for one particular instrument or one particular pair, like since we trade Forex, it has to work across the board in all the different pairs. Some pairs are going to be a little bit more accurate than others, but that has to do with the amount of participation in that particular pair. The more that we get into, the more people that are trading a particular instrument, the lot easier it is to predict what the outcome is going to be. And I've talked about this in prior videos, how patterns or behavioral patterns are predictable. And obviously, the more people that we have that we're looking at, the more it is, or the easier it is to predict what they're going to do as a whole than what they're going to do as an individual. All right. So mindset. So the question is, when you're trading, how are you looking at losses? Okay. Are you getting frustrated every time you have a loss? Or you just take 2 or 3 losses and think that, you know what, you're never going to make money at this game? Okay. If that's your attitude, you got to work on that. You've got to fix it. You got to change the way that you look at losses, right? So you got to, and that's why I think starting off, if anybody that's starting off trading, should always be using a demo or a simulated account until you can get to the point where you believe in the method that you're trading. Once you do that, and only once you've done that, and you can be consistently profitable, then you even think about going to a live account. But don't just jump into a live account and expect yourself to be profitable. All right. It's just not going to happen. You've got to show the fact that you can consistently make money in all types of market conditions. Can you read the markets properly? Do you know when to stay out? Do you know when to get back in? Do you know what, quote, a normal day's activity looks like, and when things are not looking normal? Are you able to see that sooner than later so you don't get into a series of losses? All those things are going to play into your success. Do you keep track of your trades? So important. How many times have I gone through these stats, and we always see there's always pairs that tend to be the dominant pair. Just looking at this week, I've been talking for months about the U.S. yen. The U.S. yen continues to be the strongest pair. Once a pair goes into strength like this, it will continue to stay. If you're not keeping track of your trades, you're never going to know that. You could end up trading the pound U.S. and you're going to have a very difficult time. So unless you're keeping track of your trades, all right, you're not going to be successful. Trading takes a lot of time, takes a lot of dedication. Being a successful trader means you have to put in the hard work. You have to keep track of your trades. You have to do your research. When you're done trading, you don't just stop. You have to look at your results. You have to see what's working for you, what's not working for you. Are you a better short seller than you are one that's buying? All those things are really important. Got to keep track of it, all right? So the thing is, just like everything else, it gets down to you as an individual. Somebody can give you the best tools out there, okay? I can give you the best hammer in the world, but does that mean you're going to go out and you're going to build a beautiful home? Not unless you have the experience on knowing how to use those tools. So, right? It's the same thing with trading, all right? Find the tools that you like, find the tools that you believe in, find the tools that have stood the test of time, and then learn how to master those tools. And that's what's going to make you a successful trader as long as you learn to believe in yourself, all right? It's a combination of tools and self-belief. All right, so let's go through the stats once again. As I mentioned, the U.S. yen continues to be the strongest pair. Look at that. Total morning average 76%, nightly average 79%. I mean, that's with using no filtration. All right, that's just closing your eyes and making those trades. Not what I recommend that you do, but you have a lot better opportunity or chance of being profitable trading the yen than if you didn't follow this and you start trading the U.S. pound. I mean the pound U.S. All right. Aussie and the euro continue to hold their own. Euro was a little weak this whole week. I don't know why. It is what it is. But typically it's going to be the Aussie and the euro and the yen. And right now the Aussie and the yen seem to be the leaders overall. So if I'm a trader and I'm looking at trading, that's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm doing a lot more focusing on the yen. The U.S. yen and the Aussie U.S., that's what I'm going to be looking at a lot because that's where my opportunities line up. As far as the first trades of the day, 80% had one losing, which was Friday. I was going into a perfect week. Friday, first trade of the day, did not work out. It's kind of interesting because Friday I actually had two pairs that were set up. I took the first one. They both happened at the same time, but I got filled on the first one. That's the one that was the loser. Had I went ahead and gone with the second first trade of the day, that was actually a winner. But hey, that's the way it is. Sometimes you have two that come in at the same time, and it's going to be your choice which one you want to take, and that's just reality of the game. Sometimes one works, sometimes they don't work, sometimes they both work, sometimes they both don't work. It is what it is. All right. So that being said, still a really good week. Trading CB once again. CB is really consistent. I didn't have a losing day. Friday turned out a lot better this Friday than it did last Friday. This is the volatility right now is absolutely the key here. We're going into an election here in just a couple more days or so, and you're going to see a lot of volatility. So there's so much opportunity here for people that are trading anything, I think, but particularly binaries, where the opportunity is there to really hit it. And that's what I'm saying. When you have opportunity, come in, you get a little bit more aggressive, and when things cool down, you back off a little bit, right? Because you want to, when things are working for you, it's just like, I guess, playing roulette or anything, or not roulette, but if you're playing craps or anything else, right? The table's hot, you play a little bit heavier, and then when it's not so hot, you lighten up. It's just like it's the same way when we're trading. So you're not going to know that unless you've done your research, unless you know what constitutes a strong market. When you start seeing win after win after win, and you're seeing it across the board, and you're seeing a lot of good follow through, and all the patterns are just hitting, that's the time when you're going to come in, you're going to get a little bit more aggressive. First sign that things are starting to weaken, then you back off, and you lighten up, or you step away until things heat up again, right? Only experience is going to be able to help you with that. Nothing else. I can't tell you when to do that. Something you just have to learn how to do it yourself. I can show you what I do, what I look at, okay, when I consider what is a hot market, and when I consider the market getting ready to soften. But once again, you're still going to have to put your time into it and see that for yourself and experience that for yourself. And you have to get into sync with the market. It's so important. Get your mind in sync with the market. And before you know it, you're going to be able to make those calls, okay? It's just going to come as natural. It's going to be instinct for you, all right? So that being said, overall, really good week. Expecting everything to continue going into this presidential election week on Tuesday. Expect a lot of volatility, probably not only up till Tuesday, but you'll probably see it going in through for the rest of the week, right? Maybe even for the rest of the month. So looking forward to the next few days. Once again, as always, if you have any questions, go to binaryprostrategies.com. Shoot me an email. I'll be glad to answer your questions for you. Besides that, I wish everybody have a great trading week, and we'll be back next week with our weekly recap. Good trading. Take care.